Hey guys, today I am super excited to talk to you about the Marvels. Listen, I've just gotten out of my critic screening and there's so much about this movie that I absolutely loved. I do have a few issues that I will get to in a few minutes, but first of all, I've got to start off with it is so good to see these three ladies together. I have been waiting for this for a very long time. They are so good together. The chemistry between them is great. They are hilarious. They have some incredible fight sequences together. Now, if you've seen the trailer and if you watched Ms. Marvel, you know that something's going on where they're switching places. And the way they do that, the visuals, the way it helps and hurts fights is so brilliant and so smart and so much fun. It's fast paced and you are like, what is happening? Oh, this is crazy. That's pretty much everybody's reaction. It's so much fun the way that this is done. Now, it's very, very funny because like Miss Marvel was very funny. It's that kind of humor. Kamala Khan is amazing. I love her because she's me. She fangirls over Marvel stuff and like, I get it, girl. We are the same. We are kindred spirits. We are spirit animals. And so to have her fangirling over certain moments in the movie is like, yeah, I get you. I get it. I am you. So I love seeing that come out. We get a lot of that. Her family is fantastic. They bring a lot of the humor. They steal the show, let's be honest here. I love Brie Larson. I think she's fantastic. And I love Carol Danvers. We do get to see a different side of her. She's always been kind of dealing with a lot, right? She's got a lot of heaviness on her shoulders. She's under pressure. She's a little stoic sometimes, and it's not a bad thing. I mean, you see all the other male superheroes doing the same thing, okay? She's going through a lot. She's having to process things. But we get to see her come out of her shell a little bit here. She's a little bit of fun. We get to see her smirk and laugh and just enjoy herself with Monica and Kamala, which is one of my favorite things about it. I love there's a lot of joking about what Monica's name is going to be, which her name changes quite a bit in the comics. So that was a lot of fun as well. I really enjoyed kind of the back and forth about that. So humor aside, which is fantastic, one of my favorite parts. I mean, the Flurkins are hilarious. Like there's so much that is just so funny in this movie, like laugh out loud, belly laugh funny, okay? But then there's a lot of action as well and some great sequences, which are definitely heightened because of the being able to switch back and forth. It's really fantastic. It's done really well. Some of the visuals are like, but like that's always kind of how this works when you have a major movie with CGI. Like every once in a while, there's a visual that you're like, oh, it could have been cleaned up a little bit, but like I get it. You use your money on other things. I'm fine with it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not going to remember it. It's just something I feel like I should mention. Now, another thing I had a little bit of an issue with is something that happens with the scrolls in here. It's very brief, but it's very important and vital to the story, and it kind of negates a lot of things that happened in Secret Invasion to the point where you're like, when was this? Is this like pre-Secret Invasion? Is this like post-Secret Invasion? Are we just kind of forgetting Secret Invasion even happened? Because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be post-Secret Invasion. I don't know. Listen, Secret Invasion was my favorite comic book storyline, or one of. Secret Invasion / Dark Reign. If you've been around this channel for a while, you know that already. But I was very like, really? Like, this is how you're going to go with this? It makes you think. If you haven't seen Secret Invasion, it's not going to phase you at all. If you've seen Secret Invasion, you're probably going to be like, what is happening? What is going on? Where are we in time? And are we just forgetting things that happened? Things that were said? Things that were done? So that's a little bit of an issue right there. There is a singing planet, which is fun, weird, bizarre. Maybe some certain moments go on a little too long, but it's a lot of fun. There's great visuals there. There's a lot of great visuals throughout as you get to the different planets and the different places they explore in space. Now, another issue that I have is with the villain. And this is because this is kind of a villain you don't really know anything about. Fine. Unless you're really, really into the comics. And even then it's like, And it's just, the villain's just a little flat. Let's put it that way, okay? The intentions are there. You get it, sort of. I mean, they're not great intentions, but what villain has great intentions? Anyways, logic isn't always there in these cases, and it definitely isn't here. And it just kind of feels like this person is there to bring these three women together, and like, sure, fine. I'm not mad at it. I get it. I get the motivations, I guess. And I understand that she's there to propel the story forward, and that is that. There is one end credit scene. It is in the mid credits. Now, it does feel like the end of the movie that we see should have been like a mid credit, and then that mid credit should have been an end credit. Perhaps at some time that was the case. I don't care. I loved the end of this movie, and I loved the mid-credit scene. My brain exploded for a hot minute. I'm pretty sure I screamed out loud and started cheering in the critics screening. One of my friends was like, I can tell you're excited. And I was like, yeah, a little bit excited. I don't remember the last time I was this excited for the future of Marvel, for the future of the MCU. I feel like we are finally getting what I have wanted, and we're getting it, and I'm not going to spoil it, but I will just say, between the end of this movie and the mid-credits scene, I don't care if you're all like, I hate Captain Marvel, and I hate female superheroes, blah, blah, blah. You're going to have to see this movie. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to see this movie, because there's some important things for the future here. Very, very important things. But I loved it. Listen, like I said, I loved seeing this side of Carol Danvers. I loved all of them together. I love Monica and the heavy emotion that's kind of going on. And they talk about and deal with, kind of the issues between her and Carol that are unresolved right now. And we get that, which is great. And Kamala is just always hilarious. Her family is always hilarious. I can so relate to her mother. Like, if my daughter was Kamala Khan, I would act exactly like her mother acts. And I thought the action was fun. The switching back and forth was fun. It jumps right off with action pretty much right from the beginning. It's an absolute blast. You should watch Miss Marvel before this. Absolutely. You don't need to watch Secret Invasion, and you should watch WandaVision because WandaVision's amazing. So you should just watch WandaVision. You probably don't need to fully get this, but you should. And if you haven't already watched it, what is wrong with you? Where have you been? So that would be my recommendation. It comes out this Friday, okay, so soon. Early screenings, start Thursday night, so tomorrow. So be sure to check it out. I seriously, I think you're going to have a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. There's some issues here and there, sure, but it's a blast. And again, most excited I've been for the future of the MCU in a very long time, and I can't wait to talk about it. I'll probably have a spoiler review up. I'll definitely have a spoiler some kind of video up on Friday, so be sure to come back and check that out. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss that video when I drop it. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm MamasGeeky over there, MamasGeeky, and you can also check me out at MamasGeeky.com. And listen, I went in with lowish expectations, and I came out very, 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 very pleasantly surprised.